Good morning, YouTubers. I hope everything is good with you. It is Saturday morning right now. Energy is back up for sure, which is awesome. So yesterday I was a bit tired, planned fatigue, because day before and before that we had some intensity. So yesterday was kind of like making sure, you allow your body to go through the fatigue. Still train, but aerobic, lower heart rate. You put in aerobic work, which went really well. So I'm happy, got the all in. I fueled well, recovered well mentally, and this morning I had a nice long 9+ hour sleep, and now I feel really recharged and feel good, which I was hoping I would. And you can kind of, with time, if you do the right puzzle pieces and do the fundamentals right, meaning sleep, hydration, also with electrolytes, and of course nutrition, calories and quality, food, carbs especially, protein, all those things, obviously clean food and enough, then you're actually going to bounce back. And so day I do, you can find those patterns. So if you struggle with recovery or feel fatigue, and that can of course external things come always on top, life load, we all have that. Always make sure that before you go into analyzing, that's something I did wrong in the past a lot, to really start to analyze the things outside the fundamentals, meaning like look for this life load, this. That's all fine and dandy, but before you start analyzing this, make sure you go back to the boring fundamentals first, meaning, hey, do you sleep enough? If not, try to sleep more. To be honest, sleep is going to be the number one recoverer, even before nutrition, all the other ones. Right after that, if not on the same level, you're going to be having the quality food, and especially enough. If you're in doubt, or if you don't know your calorie number, what you burn and what you take in, if you never had issues with it, with energy fluctuations or recovery or injury or sickness, if you didn't have that, most likely you're doing it right by feel, so probably no need to change or look into that. But if it's kind of a thing for you, especially with injury or sickness, those are the big red flags that kind of show that either the training system, the actual training plan isn't right, and or that the other side of fundamentals, sleep, nutrition, hydration, is not in tune with the workload. So keep it simple as that. Then you're going to be 99% closer to all the goals and dreams that you want. After that, the last 1%, you can look into the rest. Good. Today we got first a nice calm morning on purpose, because the last days were a bit more hectic. So we have the swim meet, my second ever swim meet. I didn't grow up as a swimmer or anything like that. So it's going to be exciting. My last one was last winter. Was it November 2024? There I swam 800 meters and 400. Yeah. What did I swim there? Yeah, for the 800, I held 1:17 pace. I think it was a 10:40 minutes. I can't do the math on that. And the 400 was actually just 5 minutes flat, so 1:15 pace. In long course pool as well. But there again, a lot of things. It's the first one, so a lot of things went funky and pacing, but doesn't matter. So now it's again the same thing. Really important with those things, like don't put those external pressures on you, like it's all fabricated. You do it for yourself, and I'm no different. So this is now a real cool opportunity to see how's your training going, how's your endurance. So today I swim 1500 meters in a long course pool, meaning 50-meter pool. That's going to be great. There I get exact splits, right? So I can really see almost like a lab test without the other metrics. So I only get the metrics of actual pace. You can really see on the split tenths of a second how is your progression throughout the 1500 in pacing, if you try to swim it even, which I do. So I have a plan in place. It's really nice, mentally set up, 1 to 300, 300 to 800, 800 to 1,100, and 1,100 to 1,500. Really good plan from my swim coach. Perfect. I'm gonna execute that. And then afterwards, general pretty chill day. We got 90 minutes on the bike. This time for sure easy, 220 watts. And then we got a 3K run off the bike. I don't think I did that in I don't know if I ever did that. But it's 2K shorter, because instead of 5K. we're going to be hitting the 80k running mark this week again. That's the goal. And yesterday we ran 2k longer, so today has to be 2k shorter, because tomorrow we got the big run coming. We got another swim event tomorrow. So today is endurance testing with 1500. Tomorrow morning session we got a 200 meter swim race, sprint, full lactate blast. Holy, that's gonna be something else. Yeah, buddy. Then afterwards, because a 200 meter swim race with warm up doesn't count really as a swim session, so it doesn't get the volume in. After that, I go to another pool and do my actual swim set. I keep that aerobic though, some alternations, so we actually get the swim load for the week. And afternoon tomorrow we got a 36k long run, like I did last week. So aerobic. Then I got my 80k run week. So that's the plan for this weekend. I'll take you guys along. All right, we are now exactly 2 hours out from the actual swim start of the 1500 meter race. So I had my breakfast obviously earlier, but because the race is kind of middle of the day, you can have an early lunch. If you have a real lunch, let's say pasta and all this stuff, I don't think that in the swim that's just going to be in my gut. So this is kind of a liquid thing. I got some, banana in there, some quick oats, which I know have no issues. You can mix them quickly. Some oats, that would actually be a red flag because of the fiber, but this oats is like a quicker version, let's say. And some berries, some protein pulver, some peanut butter for calories, and that will be perfect. We're going to be heading over to the pool soon with those kind of things, because it's kind of a bit like a lab test. Like your mind, you have to be really, really careful with your mind with these things. One second. Because now the mind, although it's like a small thing, it's not like let's say the Pro Series race. It's a good small tester for that, because Pro Series race is a big hype media thing. You're leaving your comfortable bubble. All the athletes are, they're like naturally introverts, a bit triathletes, a lot of them at least. And then I suddenly go into this high energy environment. And you can hear in most people's brain, especially now why, I think you kind of saw it through social media, how in race week, the mind is in peak boycott mode for all of us, right? So I can have a really good control of it, but like you have to be so careful with it. Like what the mind will do, and especially on race morning of big events, that's where probably most athletes that did all the work to potentially win a race, they talk themselves in their mind out of that scenario. So that's why you see at World Champion events the same 3 to 5 guys towards the top that are actually racing for the win, because it's this mind thing first and foremost. Physically, like they say each year with World Championship races in triathlon, they should be able to pull this off as well. But even with these scenarios now, because I know my body knows, you wake up with this feeling even the night before, there is a test coming, let's say, not this expectation thing, but you're going into a high energy environment. Also with the swim meet, it's also, there's excitement to it. There's something new, challenging, fresh. There's a lot of firsts, it's not like I've done a lot of those events. You have all these different metrics, which brings a new energy to it. So that's really important that that's why it's such a great practice to do these, to kind of leave your comfort zone and not just do it on your own in training or something, because it prepares you for this mode when the mind really wants to. Well, this one is not so much a thing, but like I said, in race week, if you guys do triathlon or even like have your first run race, be careful in that race week when you kind of decrease training and all these things. The mind is in peak boycott mode. It does not want you to grow. There is this voice in it, and it will either make you terrible decisions training, like so many do, like, hey, let's do this hard session, let's change the last session. Although the work all is done, right? All the work's done. They mess up their training, they boycott with sleep, nutrition, or just mentally to say, like, to talk yourself out of what you can actually do. And just like, that is half the art of actually performing towards the top step, right? So it's a cool practice. I look forward to the challenge today, 1500 meter race. And my body and mind knows there will be quite a bit of discomfort coming. It's always in my control, but I know I'm pretty good at creating discomfort. But in swimming, you have to be careful with that balance, because more discomfort doesn't always create more speed. So it's not like cycling and running, let's say, where higher discomfort basically always gets you more speed or power or whatever, but in a swim not. So it's a fine balance. But we got a good plan. I'm excited for it, and we'll head to the pool soon. We're on the way to the pool now. We actually took an Uber now. Actually, same price though. But main thing is because they moved the timing a bit earlier. There's this online app for the swimming, and it was at 1:35 planned p.m. and they moved it 25 minutes earlier. So took an Uber, but we have time. It's all good. And something that can happen with triathlon, it doesn't get moved to earlier, but it's all good. It's nice to feel a bit of excitement, you know, because you have your trainings, and I am excited and nervous as well for some trainings, how they're gonna go, and like when it's challenging. But this is still a different world, right? So this is really cool, especially a new world, right, with swimming. Apparently it takes 15 minutes. We get from Jari, one of the Setos swim coaches. He's swimming, I think, 200 back or 50 back. He's a sprinter. And I'm getting his swim pants. They're basically made for 12-year-old Matti in terms of sizing. Apparently it takes 15 minutes to get into those pants. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be a first. But I mean, it should be fun. So we're going to drive there now, and then I'll see you at the pool. So here we are here's a 1500 meter pool. Quite busy, as you can see. There's a lot of people here. It's cool. There's actually a children's pool at the side, which is like, I don't know, like hip height. So for warm-up, it's not optimal, but I knew that before. They even recommended to go to the other pool to do your warm-up, which I would have done if I was a swimmer. That would have been my main thing. Obviously, optimal. But for triathlon, it's not bad actually, because it was a conscious decision. Because in triathlon, as you guys know, it's not guaranteed to have a warm-up. So I'll have a bit of a warm-up, but we're kind of used to it, you know. Sometimes you get no swim warm-up at all and you still get to perform. So I think it's perfect. So with pro sports, sometimes you get a warm-up, but no guarantee either. So it's perfect. We got to find the guy that gives us the swim pants. Here we go. What is starting now? Let's have a look. So we got 200 men's final breaststroke. There we go. So we made it into the swim pants. Have a look. Nice and green. These are actually the least tight. And I heard some facts. Half a second per 50 meter. Now get out of your brain. I'm going shopping. This is becoming serious. Jokes are over. Jokes are over. Alright? So we're just doing some mobility here and warming up. We got a good 20 minutes before the swim start. There's a baby swim pool. We can do some laps, some sprints, and then it's time to execute the race as it's planned. Have fun.
Just tohon noin, sun mies kävikin tässä morjestaan meidän.
No niin.
Joo.
Niin se sanoi, että sä tapasit.
Me pohdittiin
Se oli varsinkin jaksoit painaa tota. Mä yritin saada loput energian pikalle. Voititko se mun vierestä? Mulla oli hyvä vierestä. Mä olin siinä. Mitäs mä otin se pikalle? Mies on tossa.
Seuraavana tosiaan sähköinen 50 metrin sukellus monoräpylällä. Juha Helvala noin 15 sekunnin suoritus.
Mr. Bucket for the brief. Yeah, I don't know exact time. 1926, I think. Like I said, either way, PB, you know, than this before. So, yeah, executed best I could. Did what I thought. Kick and all this stuff, but yeah, a lot of conditioning, I can tell. I could imagine I dropped off, but I'll try my best not to. But it's good, especially as the arm turn over, like later. But it's good, yeah, my coach will analyze a lot from it, so yeah, it's tough, but good. If you break it up, I need a little rest.
I'm actually the one who sent you the email.
Had a nice sauna and also talked to some other guys. But let's break down the data, look at the splits, give you some in-depth what happened in the competition, what I was thinking, all that stuff. Let's go in the restaurant, get some food, and then we break down the data. All right, before I'm gonna get down in this food and wolf it down, let's have a quick check at the splits here. So first of all, the brain, the athlete always wants to immediately find the flaws and this is wrong, this is wrong. This is, to be honest, amateur thinking. That's not going to keep you motivated and keep it enjoying and be grateful, you know. You can be happy you have 2 arms and 2 legs, you can swim. So this is how we have to think, right? So that's baseline. Let's check baseline. I broke my 400 meter PB and 800 meter PB in this swim meet. So amazing. Again, the whole thing was a PB. I never did a 1500 meter race. So 1926, that is just basically 117 average, yeah. A couple of things happened. So my goal was 1 to 300, find like a good rhythm with long strokes. And yeah, the first 400 were 455. So first 100 was 108. I didn't push. I really, also effort-wise, that's why I think something technique-wise, mentally actually I can go through that, why I actually then broke off after 800. It was 100% the technique, mental thing that I changed, which didn't produce speed. And luckily I have such a cool team, also my wife and everybody from the whole State of Swim Club. They immediately start analyzing, yeah, you know, the kick does this, and that stops your glide phase. And then here, Rippy, my wife, go, she told the swim coach, go there, go film this, come on, we need to see the turns. And this is, so they're super passionate about Swim Club, like so amazing. And to have someone on deck as well. So yeah, the first 100, 108, 200, 222, 400, 455. So there's a bit of a drop off. Then 800 was 1009. And I believe then it started to go. So what I did, 1 to 300 goal was long strokes, find a rhythm. 300 to 800 meter, the goal was to up the cadence, to maintain the pace. And it still, yeah, that still worked. Then came the thing which the wording from the swim coach was not how I analyzed it. The idea was got it right, but I executed it differently, which resulted in times doing a little bit of this. I put the times on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. So 800 to 1100, the goal was to have more kick. And what then did, I kind of shifted my focus a bit from the main thing that gives me speed, which is long, hard strokes, right? I shifted a bit away to the kick and all that, and that definitely didn't help. And then last 400, let's say 1100 to 1500, the goal was just finish sprint. And there could pick it up again a little bit, but it's kind of stuck there. But super good data, so valuable data. You know, this is awesome. You don't get it in a triathlon like this. So this is so perfect. Before it would be like, you know, if you're on your own, you don't have a team, you don't know who you can trust, or like you don't have someone that knows his stuff, or like, all right, this is cute and dandy, the data, now what? Now I'm just gonna keep swimming the stuff at data, what? No. So cool. I can just send this to Aaron, my swim coach, and we go from there, and I 100% trust him, and then we go from there, try to improve, right? So now 1926, to be honest, I mean, obviously the whole week I trained like a madman for the last 2 weeks and completely disrespected this race. Does this play a role? Obviously it does play a role, but it doesn't really matter because the breakdown would have still happened, maybe less, who knows, maybe it would be identical even if it was fresh. Doesn't matter anyways, it's super valuable training data that we can use for the sessions to go there. And tomorrow we have the 200 meter swim meet. I look forward to that, you guys come with. And there again, we have each 50 meter breakdown of the actual speed as well. My lats are actually sore as hell, even lifting this. Both sides, holy. So they did some good work. And again, lifetime PB, no doubt. And we go from there. 1926, I think, to be honest, with a bit of more rest and training, that 18, I can, to be honest, this 115, 16 shouldn't be an issue to hold that. But it needs the right conditioning and training, it would change. And then I had 18, then we go from 18 to 1830, 1830 to high 17, then to 1730, then to 17 flat, and then to sub 17, 16 something. And then we're in the game for something, maybe 1630, somewhere there. Then I think it stops with 40K. Maximum I swim 40K a week. I'm never gonna do more, no matter what. But yeah, don't get ahead of ourselves. Enjoy the journey, enjoy this food. Hold on a second. We just got some video footage of my swim. I'm gonna put it up on screen now. Did you send it to me? I think so. No, not this.
No, I didn't.
Look at the first one together here. This is the side view after what, 1,100 meters?
The side one was about after 800, 900. 900 maybe.
All you can see is yikes. Yikes. Oh, the left arm is spiraling out of control. And then the other one, we got here the underwater. That's what, last 100 or something?
Last 200, 300, yeah.
Yeah, the right is good. The kick is a disaster. Yikes. And the left arm is also horrendous. But we're gonna fix that. So you guys saw it now. That's why you do these things. You can see it and get better. Yikes!
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
I don't think you guys walk away from this.
You just make sure people know what happened here today. And when you get out of here, you have a drink for me, yeah?
Yeah?
And then she was like, where are the feet pointing at? What's the
Yikes.
shoulder doing?
Just show me the other picture. Let's put the yikes 101. More yikes coming right up. She was like, what is this doing? Oh, yikes! So I just found out I'm not even last. There was someone else behind me. And you said
Yeah,
I was actually in fourth until 400 whatever.
something like that. 400 meters, I think you were fourth still. Then something happened.
Not even last.
Not even
Fascinating.
last, no.
I felt like, because I was still at 200 to go when the first guys, I think they swam like high 16 or something, 105 average. I had still 200 left when they were at the wall. And I felt like, you know, when you're at a party or something and they're starting to scrub the floor and put the light on and put the chairs away. And I was still swimming. But it's gonna be good. Just checking results here. So I'm in 6th. So 7th place was 1956. Then I had 1926 and 5th and 4th were right there. I mean, come on, that is definitely in the cards. 1913 and 1911. I mean, that I can do for sure. Like I said, I can do 18. But then it becomes out of my reach for tonight. Third guy, 1726. And then we lift off. Second guy, 1646. First guy, 1642. Future me. I love this sport in general. Like, yeah, I'm just as passionate now about this, improving this, than I just wrote everything to my coach, just in detail, the breakdown, and it's such a fun thing, you know. It's such a cool sport. All sports is cool, you know. You just have to always have like a improvement mindset, right? Like, don't compare, you know, left, right. But I look for motivation, for example. I was actually 4th place, most of it. After 800, they got me and they're just like 10, 15 seconds ahead. Means nothing. I don't know who they are. I don't care who they are. Same for pro racing. I really don't care who I beat and whatever. Whoever's next to me, I'm gonna try to beat. But actually, I have no spatial awareness for swimming. But same in pro racing. It's super. It's not personal, right? It's like, I mean, if somebody is like, I don't know, says something weird about you, that just gives you fire. They shouldn't do this to me. It's just gonna make it worse for them in the race. So I really don't compare at all. It's super fun. Like, it's just about you in the end, especially in endurance sports. You know, the one that's fittest and prepared the best, he's gonna win. It's not like if he did the mind work, but yeah, we're gonna get some nice snacks in now, and then see you on the bike soon. All right, we're getting ready for the ride. It's just a 90-minute easy spin. Nothing wild at all, 220 watts or whatever. And then a 3K runoff, if you believe it, 3 kilometers. It's just 3 because, yeah, doesn't matter. We're gonna stay at 80K a week. Also got the new bottle holders for the Aero double BTA. And we're gonna go together then. I can just show you. So this basically goes on the bars in front from the triathlon bike, and you have 2 bottles. But as you can see, the bottle, the screw is a touch too long. You can either cut it off, but I don't have those tools either, so I'll just get shorter ones. Then I have this. Yeah, on the top stays this one here. And this bad boy here at the top. Then I can also refill, and the bottom another one with a really good bottle that is basically impossible to lose any bottles. Yeah, then I will refill here. Can stay in aero position when I take with a straw. This one, you know, you can't lose this one, it doesn't drop out. Neither does the bottom one, but could in theory. But then in the rear I also have one with this super tight cage. It can't go out, but I don't need to touch it except for refilling for this one. So this is also 750 ml, as is the normal from Omada. And then I got already 3. If I do 150 grams in one bottle, I got already 3 hours of nutrition. But of course, for the full Ironman, I need 4 something. So yeah. Oh boy, I'm pretty happy. It's an easy spin. That swim is no joke. Hard swimming. Also got a bit this headache at the side. The muscles gave me some headache from the top here. Like, you don't get stiff there with running and cycling. So it's real. Tomorrow we'll be hitting the gas. Need quite a bit of caffeine for that. But yeah, the sub 2 dream, sub 2 minute, we'll have to wait for sure. But in the future, let's see what I can do. I'll go as fast and hard as I can in the current training state for 200 meters. And then we will have a PB no matter what, because I never swam 200 meters all out. So it's good. Will be fun. Get in the tidy pants again. And I'll be just spinning around here for 90 minutes now. Then, like I said, 3K easy run off, and had some nice food, relax, and let the day a bit. Gonna think a bit about the swim now and kind of go through a bit some stuff. But I already have 5-6 things that I would do differently if I would swim it again tomorrow, which thank God I don't have to, but I would love to do it again in 2-3 weeks, whatever. I'll look for other swim competitions. Maybe there's something, but then obviously we have the 70.3 in Venice Pro Series race that is 1,900 meters, and there all these parameters that I'm training come together, of course. Very fast start, 200-400 meters. Get out of the group with wetsuit, most likely, unless it's super warm, but most likely wetsuit. What I saw there from Venice here solo, also for pros, I believe, and yeah, and then of course in the groups, and then there will be surges again after 800 meters, 1,000 or something. So you gotta be able to pick it up again. But yeah, we're doing our best. I'm a whole lot faster and fitter than swimming. since I started with my new swim coach in November. So since then, like I said, in November I did a swim meet. I think it was November. I don't know, that's also one of the videos here on YouTube. And like I said, there I swam 800 in 10:25 and 400 in 5 flat. And now in the 1500 I swam 400 in 4:55 and 800 in 10:09. So also, and then of course the whole thing. And quite a bit of fatigue in the system, obviously. So all good. I see you guys tomorrow morning for another round of lactate in the pool. Yeehaw, and a long run. 36K, baby.